You know, I often rediscover certain fountain pens in my collection, but it's rare when I rediscover an entire brand. But that's just what I did. I just rediscovered my Kaweco fountain pens. Where have you been, my little plasticky friend? Probably waiting for me. Well, we're back. Reunited, Kaweco and I. So wait no more. This evening, I'm going to speak about my on and off again affection for probably my most, that's almost abused fountain pen. These are the ones I toss in bags, in back pockets, in backpacks, in suitcases, but it's always there for me. My little Kawecos. So tonight, a little later on, we're going to go through my little collection of Kaweco pens and talk about them and compare patinas and talk about what I've been missing these past few months. So welcome once again to the Tuesday night Hemingway Jones live fountain pen show. This is our little corner of the internet where we talk about fountain pens, inks, journals and journaling, and just about anything and everything that has to do about fountain pens and journaling and just about anything else that crosses our minds. So welcome everyone. Always a pleasure to see you. I see Leica Man's asking a general question to the audience. It shall become very pertinent soon. Is anyone else signed up for Pelican Hub yet? I saw those went out, so I hope everyone jumps on that. The Pelican community, the cult of Pelican. There's a lot of affection for Pelican. So I am very much into Pelican myself. In fact, I've been using one of my Pelicans lately because I'm doing a little film, as you might not be surprised, on the Pelican M1000. This incredible pen, which I'm not going to speak about too much tonight because I just filmed a 25-minute video on it. So I'm probably steeped in the imagery and the language of that video, so I don't want to give too much away. But this has been my go-to pen for about a week. And I still carry my Waterman Edson. Such a great pen. Such an incredible nib. I see that my friend Vincenzo over at Fountain Pen Therapy just picked one up in stub, which I've never used. But I do love this pen. I'm having a hard time opening this. This pen is brilliant. I drew a blank what I was writing for a second. Very firm nib, but such a great writing experience. It's just so precise. Such a pretty pen. There are so few pens as pretty as this one. Such a great pen. Waterman. Brilliant. One of my favorites. This is a pen. I may do a video on this topic. This could be one of my only pens. So we're going to talk about Kaweco tonight. And we'll probably touch a little bit on the whole ongoing Mont Blanc controversy. Or controversy, if you prefer. And I've made a certain... I believe, because I'm giving myself wiggle room, that I've made a decision along those lines that I will share with you of what I'm going to do. Here's another pen I've been using quite a bit. The Namiki Great Wave and Mount Fuji. Beautiful pen. Can't put it down. A video coming up on this too. Soon. It'll be here before you know it. Time passes quickly, my friends. I say it'll be here before you know it, but it's actually scheduled for October, which is crazy. But that's just how my posting schedule goes. A few months out, always. So I want to say hello to all the members and all the usual people who show up on Tuesday nights in the chat. It's always great to see some friendly faces. It makes doing the show a little easier because I don't feel so alone up here. I see a lot of lovely people that I know, and it makes me feel like I'm well supported. So I appreciate that. And along the lines of being well supported, I do want to mention that the Atlas Stationers sidewalk sale is quickly approaching on the 14th and 15th of August. Yes, I see thumbs up for Atlas. So thanks for the thumbs up, guys. So 14th and 15th, all day, I will be at Atlas Stationers, meeting people, answering questions, probably live streaming for part of it. I might not go live that Tuesday because I will be traveling. So we'll probably make it up later in the week, and should be a lot of fun. I guess maybe I should move the Thursday video to Tuesday night and then live stream Thursday. I don't know. Nah, maybe not. I don't know. I'll think about it, but I don't think so. Tracy, sidewalk sale. Exciting stuff. Yeah, I think so. If you ever wanted an opportunity to meet up, I'll be there. So come hang out with me. Chicago, I hear, is a wonderful city. I've never been there. I have no experience. But I am really excited to see its art museum, which is supposed to be glorious. So I'm very excited for that. Of course, to meet Brendan, who I've known for years and I've never met. So I feel like I've watched him grow up, but I've only known him like 4 years, so it hasn't been that long. But he did get married and everything in that time, so there you have it. So, very good stuff. Debbie, I'm going to out. So David Pearson's birthday is today, according to Debbie. Happy birthday, David. It's also Kurt Geisinger's birthday. Happy birthday, Kurt. Much love to you both. So, I don't know. Let me go to my second camera. So I set up a nice little display. I don't know if you noticed what this is. If you caught last week's video on how to write like Jane Austen, this was the letter that I copied. Even though I didn't copy every word, so if you read this, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. For a while it does, and then it goes off the rails. But it sure looks like a letter, so it makes a wonderful backdrop for my pens and everything else I'm going to show you this evening. So I hope you guys enjoyed the How to Write Like Jane Austen video. There are others along that vein coming, ones that haven't been filmed and two that have been filmed. So gear up for those. They will be coming in the month of August and then September. So I think you'll enjoy them. There's a lot of interesting stuff coming up. Kind of having a bit of a challenge of scheduling them out. Like when, which week do I put what? Sometimes I move stuff ahead because I get so excited. I want it to see the light of day sooner. So there is that. Would like to mention too that in the video description of this, I did put some Spotify playlists that I think you might enjoy. Some sort of dark academic themed, and some of my classical music that I listen to all the time at the office, driving, at home when I'm reading. It's sort of my go-to, playlist. And then it's sort of a stepping stone, because usually from there your Spotify will suggest other titles. So It's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy them. They're in the description if you are interested. Also, if you're watching, consider subscribing. I would appreciate that. Always looking to meet new people. So if you enjoy the show and you watch it regularly, hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. All right, let's look at some pens. And then we'll mess around on the way. All the different things. So, this was one of my favorite Kawecos. And this is the legendary bronze. Bronze is such a great material, has such a lineage, such an incredible material for a fountain pen. The funny part is, bronze is very reflective of light. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually a lot darker than it appears. So this is making it look almost brand new and luminous because the light's on it. But if you see, if I turn it this way, you get a little bit more of the actual patina. But see, that's part of the properties of bronze. Look at that. You get almost a black to a vibrant gold, but not quite gold, because this is like goldy metal plated gold. And it's a pretty big contrast from that. But absolutely beautiful pen and a beautiful material. One of the things I love about these is you can just kind of spin it and it comes undone. It is rather heavy. If you don't like heavy pens, it's not for you. If you want a bomb-proof fountain pen, this is like a little hand grenade. You could throw this across the room. You could leave it in the middle of a highway, pick it up tomorrow, and it would be fine. Unless a tank drove over it or something with stronger than regular wheels. I have the old syringe converter. It looks like I had ink in it, and then it just dried out, which is sad, but that's kind of how things go with me often. I'll ink something up, use it for a while, maybe I film with it, and then I forget about it. It's a shame. I can clean that though. These things clean up really easily. There is still a little bit of ink in there. I doubt it writes though. This also has the calligraphy nib on it, which is probably my favorite nib. So what else can I tell you about this? I can tell you a couple things. This pen is expensive. The materials are a lot of money. I believe this is at least, I don't have the price list in front of me, but I would say it's at least $1.50. I'm sure you could hunt around. I'm sure there is a range of prices. Ooh, Valentine says it matches my $1.10. I have a $1.10. That's a great. I have a Ranger and I forget the other one. There's 110. Is it 112? I forget the other one. I have the big one and the small one. But buck knives are probably one of the best values in pocket knives. They're like $50. They are hard as nails, made in the U.S., beautiful materials. Very nice. This is not made in the U.S. This is made in Germany. Says it right there. So the price of this is going up by at least 15%. So gear up for that. That means if it's 200, it's going to 230. So price increases unless they choose to eat it, which is possible, but not likely. Donald Rowing. Yes, 112. I thought so. I thought it was 112 and 110. And then one's called a Ranger. I forget what the other one's called. We're talking about buck knives. So, okay. So here is the bronze. I made a video about this. I think I called it the Bronze Age. Very proud of that video. If you haven't seen it, do seek it out because it's one of my best. And I think it was a little challenging at the time when it came out. And that's what makes it one of my best. The challenging ones are the best ones. Well, let me recognize someone with a super chat. Thank you very much. My friend Incredible Olight Universe with $4.99. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for helping to keep the lights on. It means a lot. Thank you. This is brass. I've had this longer. It's duller, but no less interesting. The bronze is very gold. The brass is very sort of greenish, mustardy kind of yellow. Like Grey Poupon mustard. Also, not quite as bright as it's registering on camera. Let me see if I can give you a sense. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Like that. And then this. Like that. Okay? The light really makes it jump. These are about the same weight. There's no big weight difference there. Dried out cartridge. Oh, there is one thing I should mention. Little inky. These threads are kind of soft. They're not very abrasive on your finger. These are rather sharp. So if that makes a difference to you, if you're choosing between them. This has the gold clip. This has a brass clip. I kind of like the gold. It's a little more obnoxious. By the way, I did bring some ink so I could dip. I have my Pilot ink here. Going to uncap it off camera. I have a blue cloth with my full palette on display, so we can have some fun with this calligraphy nib. You always get some really nice line variation. I mean, that is a brilliant downstroke. Brilliant. Let's try the other one. Look, I'm going to clean it. I'm so good at cleaning my pens. By the way, as bad as I am at cleaning pens, I don't really have issues with them. I just ink it up and go. Most of the time it's fine. See, this is what I love, because I haven't used this in a while, and I am really digging it. Really digging it. This line feels a little wider. It might just be how I'm using it. I don't know, which nib do you guys like? First or second? Let me know. It's pretty great, right? Let's try writing small. Have you ever written small with one of these? It's kind of nice. Let's try. So, you can still write small. Handwriting's okay tonight. Feeling pretty good about that. I'm trying to be gentler on myself for handwriting. I have to ink one of these bad boys up. I don't know which. Which one do you think I should ink up? Brass or bronze? You know, I'd love to. You can kind of, you don't have to worry. You want them to get scratched, you know. It's part of the fun. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta get the bronze back in circulation, I think. It's one of my favorite travel pens, I can tell you that. This Kaweco Art. I think this one's inked. I'm not sure though. What do I have in here? Oh, looks a little messy. Oh no, it's just a terrazzo. It looks inky. Probably has a mix of two inks, knowing me. I probably had one color in there and I tried another one and forgot. That's classic Hemingway Jones right there. Yeah, this is definitely a mix. It's also been sitting a while, I imagine. But I filmed with this not too long ago. The interesting thing about this pen is it matched the terrazzo floor at the hotel I was staying in Venice last November. So that's a lot of fun. It looks like black. Like black is in there, but it's definitely mixed with something else. It'll start to change after a while, depending on what the dominant color is, unless it's a true mix. But you can see it's not pure black. I was trying to get it to change. It looks a little red. I think this might be oxblood in black. That would be very, very me. I bet that's what happened. But in any case, this is a more expensive version of the Sport. But it does have a built-in clip. And it's shiny. If you like things shiny. What's that song? I'm shiny. Moana. Right? You remember the big hermit crab that wants all the shiny things? This is shiny. This is pretty. It feels very Italian. I love it. Even though it's German. What are you going to do? It still looks Italian. Do they have terrazzo in Germany? I'm sure they do. It does say Kaweco Art Sport Germany right here. Beautiful pen. Okay. I bought that one too. I should say some of these were gifts. The brass was given to me by Kaweco way back in my TikTok days, which is super fun. And the bronze I bought. David Pearson's $2 super chat. Thank you. HJ, what is the word on your Mont Blanc Schieberling? Funny you should ask, David. Funny you should ask. I will talk about that in a few minutes. I'll take a break so that I'm not just talking about all Kaweco pens. So in a couple minutes, I'll take a break. So, and I'll tell you, thank you for the super chat, by the way. Helps to keep the lights on. I think I might have missed somebody's super chat. I did. Don't worry, I saw it. Hadrianus, one of my favorite Roman emperors. $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, I was inspired to dig into older script types and found that the initial I, which Jane Austen used, is not as uncommon as I originally thought. Also, are Kaweco worth it, given the ink amount? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get it right away, but I did get it. Thank you. Are they worth it? Yes. Yes, they are. I'll put this down for a second and kind of show you. You take something like this. It's a regular plasticky Kaweco. Or this one. The Pearl. The Pearl. Oh, I love this one. It's so pretty. This was like 30 bucks. 35 bucks. This one's even cheaper. The blue one was cheaper. I mean, that's a lot of pen, a lot of joy for 30 bucks. I wonder if it still writes. I doubt it. We can try. It does a lot of duty. Oh, it's coming. I probably haven't written with this in a year. Sometimes you can give them a little help by dipping them. And then sometimes they just keep going. This is very fine. This might even be an extra fine. I can't tell. Don't you hate when pens don't have ink? How awful they write. It's all scratchy and terrible. So, answer your question. Yes, I do think they're worth it. At $30, they're brilliant. And I don't view these as beginner pens. I view them as really good. Oh, shit. I just pulled that feed right out. Did I just say an expletive live on the air? I think I did. I wonder if I could demonetize now. Yeah, that's a problem. Make sure the ink doesn't leak all over the place. But that's a problem for later. At least it tells you how easy it is to change the nibs on those things. I'll fix that later. So, yes, I do think that they are worth the price. Especially for the entry-level ones. I think once you get into the art series, if the thing doesn't really blow your socks off, I don't think it's worth an additional $100 just to have an inlaid clip. I don't think that's worth it. Now, the Piston Fill, I do. I don't know if they're planning on coming out with a plastic one of these, but I think these are just brilliant. This is so engineered, and it's so interesting because you unscrew it, you can see an ink level window. You would post it like that, and it stays. And if you pull it out, it stays. But if you unscrew it, then the cap stays in here, and it doesn't fall out, and you can piston fill it. There's the piston. See the piston? Can you see the piston? Let's do it again. See the piston? See, there it is. Isn't it cute? Look, there he goes. Oh, so cute. So this is made out of beautiful brushed aluminium. But see this? The knob exposed. It's in here. You want to put it back? You put it on, screw it, pull it out straight, it's back. Kind of a neat magic trick. Put it on again, unscrew it, it's gone. Plus you have a little extra detail here. The Kaweco symbol. Just super fun. This is a broad, by the way. Yost sent me this. My man Yost. He sent me a broad because he hates that I use mediums. He thinks they're boring. So he sent me a broad, which is what he uses. I love that guy. I'm going to fill this up. I'll do it on camera and hopefully I won't mess up my nice letter. Hopefully. It's not really on camera, huh? There we go. How's that? Let me get my ugly arm out of the way. Okay, I forget where I am with the fill now. I think that was the right way. I got lost yapping, which is what I do. It's what you guys know me for. Okay. Clean, get you out of here. See, this is the problem about doing this show. Now I'm inking everything up. See, you can just put it back on if you want to. But it's so much cooler to keep it in the cap. It won't get lost. Let's see how this broad looks. Whoa! Wowee! That is a lot of ink. Whoa! Looks like I had black in here. You see that? That's certainly not blue. So it will be eventually. Wow, this is fun. Very smooth. This is crazy smooth. You can write, no, you can write small if you want to. It's possible. But I mean, look at this. Look at that. Look at that pen. It's just so pretty. Look at me strategically pick something up off the ground so that you can't tell, and I dazzle you with this pen. And then I pick this up. It wasn't as sly as I had hoped, but it was okay. It was okay. I will have to give a thumbs up for broad nibs. Very nice. This might go in my work bag. I might leave this one out. This is fun. Okay, let's take a commercial break. We'll be back after these commercial messages. Did you see that with Imogen members? Have the members watched the bloopers of Imogen and I doing the stationery unboxing? Because there's a part where I'm like, we'll be back for these commercial messages. And she just like face plants and she's like, Daddy. And then I'm like, well, that's what we'd say if we were really on television. But if you were a member, you could see the blooper reels. It's behind the scenes. I do update videos too. I'm probably overdue for one of those. I like to do those from time to time as well. But the blooper reels are a lot of fun. I'm always collecting outtakes and bloopers and things and putting them up for the members. So if you want to support the channel even more, consider becoming a member. That's my commercial. And another commercial for myself, my own channel, is this week's video, Thursday at noon. This week's video is me making actual recommendations, which is a lot of fun. So the whole point came that there were two ways I arrived at this video. One is I rarely make, I don't want to say never, because if I say never, you guys will go to the comments and list like 50 times when I did it. I rarely make solid recommendations where I say, hey, do X, Y, and Z or whatever. Certainly. Oh, Eric Lindemann, a blooper with Helen where you both cracked each other up was the best. Yes, yeah, that was a classic one. That was for Cool or Not Cool. That was super fun, Eric. Thank you for that. So, I rarely say buy this pen. I do think that there are times I can make solid recommendations. But even when I make a recommendation, it's more of a thought exercise. I honestly don't care what you buy, if you buy something or not. I'm not here to sell pens. I say that all the time. I know I am a party toward selling pens. I'm sure I inspire people to do certain things. I get inspired when I see things. We all do. It's how we work, how our brains work. But I thought it would be interesting to have a list of recommendations so that you wouldn't have to obsess. That you could watch this video and say, well, what's the best like beginner pen? And I'm just saying, just buy this one. Buy this one. It sort of takes all the anxiety out of it. I've already obsessed for you. And I go to different tiers and different qualities and things. You know how I do my lists. I think there's supposed to be 5. I'm sure there's like more. Who knows? It's exciting. But that's what this week's video is. It's me making recommendations. It's more of a thought exercise. But solid recommendations. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And then you can argue with me in the comments politely whether or not I did a good job. Tracy, Imogen is so adorable. So funny seeing you embarrass her by your dadness. Yes, my dadness is strong. And she is already embarrassed by me. She is adorable, though. She's a very funny kid. She's very special. I'm very lucky. All right, let's look at some more pens. By the way, I am getting so many influencer scams in my email. So many people that are like, Microsoft wants to sponsor your show. Just send us your bank details and we'll arrange it. Okay. I'm sure that'll work out well. I like this green. I think green and gold are one of the great combinations. This is a very military green. I forget which size this is. Okay, I can see it. It's another broad. Look at me. Yost would be proud. Yost. You know, I almost wrote, I had to catch myself. I almost put an S on this. I almost put Yost loves broad Z. And then I realized it's kind of rude. Broad nib. Nibs. Plural. Plural. Yost does. This gets a prize for beauty. It's a beautiful pen. No clip on this one. It's not going anywhere, though. Not going to roll away. This one's really pretty. I use this a lot. Why? Because it pops. This one pops on screen. So that's why I use it a lot. Because you can see it. Boy, these are all dirty. Yeah. I doubt it writes. Dare I try it? These have been abused. Neglected. Nope. Oh. Got carried away. I took this to the seashore with me one time. And I took some B-roll with my wife's pink roller skates. This is called like Pantea? I forget. Do you guys know? Papaya? It's not papaya. It's what it should be called is pink, but it's not. But it's a very nice, very pretty pen. Highly recommend it if you have the means. My gosh, do you see my hands? Really doing a number on myself with this tonight. But it's fun, right? And these two kind of work together like boy-girl pens. Back in the 20s, this was a boy color, but it flipped. So now these are like boy and girl pens. Very nice. My friend Ichiro has a Kaweco pen. This is one I kind of forgot I owned. It's a Kaweco collection. This has a name. I forget what it is. Special Red. Something like that. I forgot about this pen. I always forget how it opens. Oh, there you go. It unscrews. And it posts, but you have to put it together like a hobby kit. Screw it on. And then it's like kind of too long, in my opinion. Has a little rubber gasket. Works better like that. For me, I think. How's this thing open? There we go. Well, I really shut that. Empty. No surprise. Beautiful threads. I love it's all metal. Well done. I never really bonded with this pen. This is probably one I could rehome. Maybe I should at some point. Beautiful though. I love how, is it octagonal? I don't know. I have to count the sides. So, interesting pen. Have you ever seen this one from Kaweco? It kind of, it doesn't have a lot of Kaweco-ness to it. By the way, if you close it all the way, it does line up. See? This is really well rendered. That's really pretty. There. It's aluminium. Very light. Well made. It just, I don't know. I don't really bond with it. This isn't a pen I'm going to spend a lot of time with. Do you guys feel differently? Looks like a man doesn't, thinks it's too much work. But if you think that's too much work, I will tell you even more work that you have to do with a Kaweco pen that's coming up. And then I'm going to update you on the Mont Blanc story and the decision I feel I have made. Ooh, noisy. I'm noisy in the background tonight. All right, I see a super chat. Thank you. Lisa Law, $4.99. Thank you so much. Which day am I attending the Commonwealth Pen Show? That's a fantastic question that I do not have a good answer to. They invited me to do something there, like a Q&A or something. I'm on the fence about doing it because one thing is, this is my hometown pen show, and I kind of just want to go to it and just enjoy it. And I usually only go for like 2 hours. I just go and then I leave. I get a little uncomfortable sometimes if I have to stay places too long. It's just the nature of me. But set that aside, I better give them my answer soon because I don't want to be impolite. And it was very lovely of them to ask me. They're lovely, lovely people that run the Commonwealth Pen Show. One of whom is very active in the channel, and I appreciate it. Very nice chap. So, okay, set all that aside. I usually aim for around 11 o'clock on whatever Saturday it is. And I forgot the dates. And I'm embarrassed about that. I know it's September. It's mid-September. But it's usually Saturday at around 11 o'clock. And then I usually stay for like 2 hours. And then I get lunch and go home. That's usually what I do. Okay. Let's show another pen, shall we? Thank you for that super chat, by the way. I really appreciate it. I hope I said that strong enough. Okay. This is my backup piece. This is the Lilliput. A very hardy pen. Kaweco sent me this one for free. It's very lovely of them. This is always in my bag. Oh, geez. Look at that. It has ink. Oh. Yeah, the nib is just totally loose. That's my fault. Has it leaked here? This one should write. I've written with this not too long ago. Lord knows it's inky. Not so much. Well, in any case, geez, ew. Lilliput, totally jacked. Needs a clean. This one's going to get it. By the way, this is a study in just becoming progressively inkier as the hour progresses. It's actually kind of cool. Okay, but now we're going to get into way too much trouble. This is the Kaweco Supra, which is much like the Lilliput on steroids. And this pen I just never really bonded with. But it does kind of have a cool feature where you can make it smaller. Now it's truly like a Lilliput on steroids. That's kind of cool, right? And then if you want a full-size pen, you just put this back together. I always mess up which way. It looks like I got it right for the first time ever. And then if you want to post it, which you'd have to be a maniac to post it. No offense if you post it. It's gigantic. It's a little buggy. And very sharp on the threads. That's a big nib. I like the nib. I really like the nib. It's pretty too. Big. No ink. Very nice. That looks like Tatcha. Gosh, I can't touch anything now. I can't touch anything. Does that sound sad? I got inky. I got ink on me fingers. Was that in a Beatles song? So that's my Kaweco collection. And I really like them. And I abuse them, as you see, because I abuse them live on the air. But I do enjoy them, and I like how tough they are. And out of all of them, I'm really looking forward to reconnecting with the Piston Fill, which is very nice. Now, setting aside all things Kaweco, I do want to mention this week's video, in case you missed it at the half hour. And that is me making recommendations on which fountain pen you should buy. Just stop obsessing and just buy it. That one. That's the best one for that task. For that price range. You want a gold nib? That one. That's a great value. And then I make an argument. And then you can either agree with it or disagree. I prefer politely. I don't mind criticism. I like criticism. It's just if it's not clever. I just need to be clever and polite. The only line that people cross with me in the comments ever is if they attack other members. Not members of the channel, but people who are commenting. And I've had people do that, and then they get banned, which is a shame. Because you can be clever. Just be clever. It's pens. It's not politics. There's no reason to be impolite. Ooh, hold on a second. Someone making a really good announcement here. Hi, Mary. Thank you. Commonwealth Pen Show is Friday 26th, Saturday 27th September. Wow, it's later than I thought. I thought it was in the teens. Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll talk more about it while it comes up. So, great video coming this Thursday. Please subscribe and consider becoming a member. Now I'm going to get to a topic some of you are waiting on. The Mont Blanc Schieberling. Where is it? I have no idea. There is still no sight of it. They're saying August, September. But I have come to a conclusion. And that conclusion is I'm going to check the contract again. But I think I'm going to accept it. I'm going to look at it. And then I'm going to return it. I don't think I'm going to keep it. The experience of it has kind of worn me down. Whatever excitement there was has waned. I don't necessarily feel like it's an investment per se. I mean, it's a $3,000 pen. I think maybe it'll be worth a few thousand more. I don't know. But is it really worth it? I don't know. Mary Men, thank you for the $2 super chat and the information. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you. So I think I am not going to keep it. That's the decision I came up with. And I don't even know if I want to film with it. Other people filmed. I didn't watch them, but I know they're out there because everybody keeps telling me that they're out there. And I'm like, well, thanks for that. Now I know I don't have to do it because somebody else already has. And I could probably have an original take on it, but unless I see it and I fall in love or something, I don't think I'm going to keep it. But I could change my mind. That's the thing about me. Sometimes I open it and then I I decide not to. See, Dances with Aardvark. See, there was a review of that pen on YouTube this week. Exactly. So there's really no reason for me to do it if somebody else already has. So thank you for that. You just saved me like 8 hours of my life of editing and filming. So thank you. Tom Morley says there's a Chinese copy. Yeah, I was aware of that. I think it's pretty much garbage, though, from what I hear, Tom. I could be wrong, but I hear it's not a very good copy. Allie J, how are you? A painful but probably wise decision. Yeah, I don't know. I think so. I just think I might want to put it toward a Maki pen or a Yurishi. Or maybe I just want to return it to the Hemingway Jones coffers. Back to the treasury. Where I sit on it like a big dragon. And yell at anybody who comes close to my golden trinkets. That's where it's going. The money, that is. Mary Mann says, good for you, HJ. I think Montblanc made false promises in writing, no less. Yeah, I agree. And there's part of me that's like, well, why should I promote it? Why should I promote anything? It actually kind of gave me a major hit with my affection for Montblanc. This is my 149 I bought in Paris. In fine. I like this pen. But I don't know. How much are we supposed to put up with? That writes pretty nice. I don't know, guys. But I feel like that's probably the right thing to do. I guess we'll see how it develops over time. I got probably another 2 months before I see it, even though it was due 2 months ago. Todd Rasmussen says, let us bid on it. Well, why would you want to bid on it? I don't know. Maybe I should put it on eBay. Like a man. Montblanc has released new pens with the calligraphy FlexNev, but not sure I want to go there. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother consideration. Do you want to? You know, I have one. It's pretty nice. But Magna Cartas are nicer, and they're a lot cheaper, to be honest. Simple Things are the best things, says HJ would do a great review of the Mont Blanc. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just everybody else has done them, so I don't know. I feel like I don't want to be late to the party, you know. Although I always do my own thing. David Pearson, $5 super chat, my friend. Good decision. Montblanc needs to get the message that their quality control and customer service, and more important, they need some vast improvement. True. Very true, my friend. And thank you for that super chat. I do appreciate it. So as the Montblanc world turns, I think that's a direction I'm going in. I'm probably not going to keep it. I'm probably not even barely going to open it if I send it back, because I don't want anybody saying I can't return it, even though it says I have 14 days. But I'm certainly not going to ink it. That's where I am now. That's where I am. Okay, well, we did a lot this hour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've reached this point and you haven't subscribed, I'm afraid you have to. Those are the rules that I made up. So you need to follow them, I guess. I don't know. And if you want to support the channel even more, consider becoming a member. Come behind the scenes, check out blooper reels, meet up with some friends, join the Pen Pal group if you join at Illuminati or Cognoscenti levels. I'd appreciate it. Helps to keep the lights on and keeps me creative. So thank you for that. Thank you for everyone who watches, comments, likes, and it's part of the conversation. It means the world to me. Thank you all. We will see each other again very soon, further up the road. In this case, Thursday afternoon when my next video comes out. That's Boston time. Noon, Boston time. So, much love and take care.